Hello and welcome to the Pub Footy Podcast. I'm your host, Diego Cerrone. With me is Coach John Martinez and Carlos Castro. And guys, it's been 2 weeks since we've done a pod, so it's been a while. How are we doing?
It's been a long time. I feel like I don't even know how to talk into a mic anymore.
It feels weird. It feels
Yeah,
weird to be on the pod right now.
it does feel weird. It's
How
been
you
a
doing,
while.
guys? All right?
Too long though.
Too long?
Yeah, busy lives.
A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks.
A lot of life.
Yeah. It's been busy. Yeah. I mean, work is busy, life's busy. Summer is getting warmer out. We want to be out. So life's lifing right now.
Life's life in. Was in Tampa to go visit my brother and see my newborn niece, 2 months. So that was awesome. And
How's the weather there?
the weather was great. 90 during the day,
Jesus.
75 at night. I got a little tan, pretty sure. I had to have gotten some tan. No?
Did you? Not really. Did you go to the beach though?
Nah, no beach. Just pool, chilling, with the nephews. Nothing crazy. Saw the Knicks get the dub in game 6.
That was big,
Moving on
big
to the
day, bro.
conference final. Man, forget soccer. This is all I'm thinking about right now.
Let's just switch to a basketball pod for
We should.
for
We
today.
should, honestly.
Talk Knicks NBA Finals
Game 1 tomorrow, right?
tomorrow. Yeah.
Game 1 tomorrow against the Pacers. But man, 2 weeks. I wanted to prep what has happened in the last 2 weeks. Don't know if I'm gonna get through it all, but you guys can help me in trying to recap what happened in the last 2 weeks. So our last pod, if we remember correctly, was right after the Champions League semifinal. The finals were set.
Yeah.
PSG, Inter Milan. So if I go from the last pod to now, I'm gonna try to recap. So what happened since then? Manchester United and Tottenham make the Europa League Final, which is tomorrow. Johnny's worst nightmare. Barca solidified the La Liga title by beating Real Madrid in the El Clasico. What was the score of that game? Barca was losing 2-0, right?
5.
Yeah, they're losing 2-0. I had so many texts lined up. Erased them all in 20 minutes. Done.
They turned it around too in the first half, right? It was
Yeah,
3-2? 3-2 in the first half?
4-2.
4-2. Yeah, they scored
4-2.
4 in like 25 minutes.
Beautiful.
2-0, 2-0, 4-2, 4-3, 5-3.
Insane. Obviously, that win solidified the La Liga for Barcelona, and then they closed it out over the last couple of days, solidifying their La Liga championship. If we move on to Serie A, Inter Milan
Insane.
dropping the ball in these last couple of games. Napoli
Big
is
time.
now the front runner to win the title. All they need to do is win in their last game, and they go through and are Serie A champs. So a big
Yep.
fumble on the Inter Milan side, on the Serie A side. Also another fumble on the Dutch league, which we haven't really talked about, but I've been seeing the
Ajax,
So bad. Yeah.
Ajax had a 9-point lead.
What, 6 games left, I think?
Yeah, over the last couple of games, fumbled the bag, and I think now PSV is the front runner to win the champions, right? Or they are the
They won
champions.
it. They won
won
it. Yep. They won it last
Unreal.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yep,
Insane.
they won it.
So the Dutch league gets solidified with PSV and Ajax fumbling the bag. Harry Kane gets his first championship with Bayern Munich.
Bayern.
Obviously, many people saying that it's I'll say it here because whatever. People were saying it's like losing your virginity to a prostitute.
I mean, that's fair. It's
Is
a
what people-
guaranteed. It was a guaranteed nut for Harry Kane.
Yeah, it
Playing
was.
in the game.
Is what people are saying. Hey man, yeah, he got it done. Vincent Company is the first black coach to win the Bundesliga. So shout out to Vincent
Yeah.
Company and Harry Kane on getting it done. PSG solidified the
First
league
title.
one.
First title for Tottenham fans was that Bayern title. They celebrated that one.
We'll see tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, it could be two in a season.
PSG, they obviously were crowned the League One champs for a couple of weeks now, but what was it, yesterday
Yeah.
or 2 days ago that they actually celebrated? What did they celebrate with? They had like a championship belt, but then they also had these like necklaces that they
League 1 gold chains.
gold chains. Is that the new thing, or
Yeah.
is that just for this
Yeah.
year?
That's the new thing, I think.
Interesting.
Gold chains. Yeah, they're pretty sick.
I
They're pretty dope.
didn't see it.
Yeah,
I saw the
they're pretty
championship
dope.
belt.
Yeah,
That was dope.
Those are nice.
Because why not, right? After winning it so many times, you got to change it up and
Yeah.
do something else.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so we covered what? La Liga. We covered Champions League. Sorry, La Liga, Europa, Serie A, Dutch League, Bundesliga.
Yeah.
And well, the Prem, right? I think Liverpool did they actually celebrate?
They celebrated. No, have they celebrated? No, I don't think so.
Not yet. I feel
No,
like
but
they've
they
been
got
having
the
celebrations.
guard of honors. At every game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think they've celebrated yet.
So will they celebrate in their last game?
this
Probably, yeah,
weekend.
probably not this weekend coming up.
Because it's in Anfield?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And what
I
else?
think I caught up in the last 2 weeks, and then obviously
Ancelotti out to Brazil.
yes, 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 and fitting that you have the hat on, to be honest.
My guy. He's
When
gonna
you guys
carry
sent
them.
me when you guys sent me the picture during the Knick game, I thought it said Boston, and I almost cursed you out.
I didn't realize that. I can see how people at the bar probably thought it was a Boston shit right off the jump.
Yeah, because it's it's
And then the
green.
green, yeah, I didn't notice that. That's probably getting dirty looks all the time.
Was it a heavy Knick crowd?
All Knicks, Yankees, and Mets. All it was a big New York day, bro.
Are you guys finally on the bandwagon?
No,
Come on.
I mean,
we
during the
just
regular
enjoy.
season, I don't care if they win or lose. I don't care if they lose every game in the regular season. But in the postseason, if the Lakers are out, if LeBron's out, I'll go with Knicks.
Come on, you gotta enjoy some Knicks playoff basketball.
No, I'm enjoying it. I think I'm jumping on for the playoffs just
Just
because
for the playoffs.
Lakers are off.
We'll
So
take it.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm
MSG's
on it.
nuts.
I'm supporting.
MSG's nuts. Outside the Garden is nuts. I mean, Seventh
I think
Ave
that's
is
I think that's why I'm going for the Knicks. I just want to see more like side
Rowdy.
street content.
they're the
Like
best.
fuck Jason Tatum and his Achilles tendon, bro. Like Jason Tatum still sleeps with his mother.
Such a good video. If you guys haven't watched that, go to what is it? Side
What?
Side talk.
Yeah, side siding, such like that. Yeah, it's so funny, man. Fuck Dunkin' Donuts.
What's crazy is that that started, I don't know, just like maybe a couple years ago. Was
2
it
years ago
was
for
it
the
after
Hawks.
it was probably after the Trey Young
Yeah.
playoffs, playoff series that all went down. And then it definitely has escalated since. I feel like people that's probably the most like raw video that you'll get. And now like, people definitely do it for the clout and do it to be on video.
There's a lot of also people trying to do the same thing that Side Talk's done. Like a lot of other people go there with a mic, in front of MSG, and it's
Right.
kind of the same.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's fun to see. It's fun to see people wild out like that.
Hilarious. You got like Spider-Man too, right? Getting like carried out like you did in the
He
movie.
is a good one. Yeah.
People are climbing the billboards. NYC is nuts right now. I mean, it's
It's the only thing that brings the city together. It's a Knicks game.
yeah. And then during the Knicks game, it was Yankees Mets Subway Series. So you had
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, it was an all-time New York sports day.
I heard some guy on the radio say like he could have cared less about Yankees Mets. He said the Yankees could have lost 100-0 those 3 games and he wouldn't have cared because he was so hyped about the Knicks.
Yeah.
Big game tomorrow, man.
Definitely overshadowed them. I mean, come
A
on.
little bit.
See, what are you like 20 games into the baseball season?
Maybe. Probably
Yeah,
a
like
bit more.
25, 30.
Yeah. So
But at the
I
same
mean,
time, like, both Yankees and Mets fans were happy that day.
Did you guys
Yeah.
see did you guys see the Pacers fan that was getting like thrown trash at him that he got invited to
To the
game
game.
3 and 4?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee and Halliburton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't know. He could have been instigating before that. There's a
I mean-
chance he was instigating. And
I-
then, I mean,
yeah,
you,
I
you
mean-
wear a Pacers jersey to the city. You're only doing that for trouble.
He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. And he got
Yeah.
rewarded for it, I guess.
He
you
knew
know
what he
I
was
mean?
doing. He also like I don't know. He also could have been doing it for the clout, right? Because he knew there's a million cameras there. He knew that he was going to be on camera. I mean, who knows, right? If that was his plan all along to get invited to the Pacers game, but he's getting like the VIP treatment. He's getting flown out. He's going to meet the team.
Yeah, he could fuck off, to be fair.
Lucky,
You
right?
lucky you just got trash thrown at you, bro.
Dude, I mean, it's not even like he got beat up.
Dude, my coworker today was like, "Man, I'm gonna go to Indiana and just tell people to beat me the fuck up." He's like, "No headshots, just body shots."
Yeah, just beat you up.
Yeah.
Man, it's a good time. It's a good time to be a Knicks fan. I waited for this my whole life. But yeah, okay. So last 2 weeks, did we cover it? I think that was enough, right? And then the battle for Champions League spots in the Prem. We'll obviously talk about that in a bit. But
Yeah.
I think we've done pretty well in covering the last 2 weeks. Too much has
Yes.
gone on in the last.
Wrexham the championship.
That's right. Wrexham did get promoted, right? And then who was the team that got promoted as well? Like that last second, or they made it to the
I think it was
playoffs.
Sunderland. I think they made it to the playoff final. I don't know if that happened yet.
Not yet.
No,
This weekend.
No.
That's
Yeah.
this weekend.
But that was the last minute goal, right? That
Yeah.
Sunderland, yeah.
was like a nutty
He just
celebration.
dipped down.
That's
Yeah.
easily one of the best. It's tough, right? Because we follow the Prem so hard that it's tough to always keep up with what's going on in the championship. But There's some good excitement, some good drama always in the championship. And
There's
then
more
obviously,
love. There's more love for those teams in like
yeah.
League One and the championship because those are just small local teams where like the whole town gets behind. So it's different love there.
And now Wrexham's in the championship, right?
Championship, yeah.
Insane, insane.
That's
I
yeah.
still need to watch the doc, so
No,
I can't
it's
even
so
say
good.
I'm
Same.
full Wrexham bandwagon, but
You gotta
I
watch
think
the
they
Sunderland. You gotta watch the Sunderland
I should
documentary
watch that
too.
one. That one
Yeah,
I
That
that one's
one's
good.
that one's good
that one's
too.
good. I think that one was like I feel like that one was like the first
It was
doc,
before.
the
Hmm.
first like soccer doc, and then I think everything else kind of
That Leeds came out, and then
the Leeds
there's a
one was
bunch on
awesome.
Amazon. Yeah, Leeds was really good. Amazon Prime had a few.
Yeah, and then Amazon caught up. Amazon did what? They did I think the first one was City, right?
City and then Tottenham, I think,
I didn't
and
watch
then
the
No,
Arsenal.
I didn't
they
watch the
did
Tottenham one
Leeds, Arsenal,
with Mourinho.
the Arsenal one.
The Arsenal one was
Arsenal
good.
was
I
good.
did like the Arsenal one. They did the Juve one too when Ronaldo was there and Weston was there, or still there. But I think that was good because I think they were still fighting for Champions League at the time. Trying to think who else. There's a few.
Yeah, watch the Wrexham one. It's really good.
I
It's
know.
also like not just so soccer heavy. Like if you don't
Right.
know soccer, you'd enjoy learning because they show you like little lessons of soccer like during the show.
Really?
Yeah,
Just to
it's good.
like educate the people that have
Yeah,
never
yeah,
watched
yeah.
soccer
Because
before.
it's on FX, so
Right.
American ass channel. They're gonna have randoms watching. It's really good.
He's done such an awesome job promoting that team.
It's made them so much money as well.
There should be a book just about how he and Rob, whatever his last name is, turned that team
McElhenney.
around and turned that city around because it's like a master class of like marketing and like sports, like team ownership, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's nuts.
it's insane.
They
Yeah,
did a good
they can
job.
do no wrong. I think they're so loved in that town now. It's
I mean, how many divisions they jumped? Like three?
Three
they
in a,
were
in
they were in
a
National
row.
League, so they lost the first one. They lost in the playoffs to promote to League Two. So they qualified to League Two, just qualified to League One this year, and now championship. So it's gonna be three in a row.
So it's a third. It's a third promotion.
Yeah,
Third
third
promotion
promotion.
in a row, yeah.
And it's the first time it's happened, right? In like
Yep.
In a
Ever.
English
while,
tier
ever?
system.
I think it's ever.
I
3 in a
Oh
believe
row.
shit!
so. Yeah. I mean, just how many teams have the resources like they do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good for them. I mean, crazy.
championships probably gonna be a little tough for them though. 'Cause
Yeah, I would
that's
agree.
when like the big money is like in there
Yeah,
for
but they
some of the,
all they really have to do is just stay up.
Yeah,
In your
that's
first
good
Yeah.
enough
year,
for them.
your first
Yeah,
year, you just got to stay up.
yeah.
The first year. But
The
I think
first
they're
year.
gonna want to jump. I mean, Prem's always the goal, right?
Yeah, yeah, but
That'd be sick.
I think they're very happy with where they are, and
Yeah.
you need like a year or two to kind of solidify a good like base for a team to then fight
Uh-huh.
for that promotion.
Yeah, and a lot of those they have some players that have been there since like National League or League Two, like
Crazy.
balling and like their best players. So it's nuts.
Shows, man. It shows that there's quality everywhere. Sometimes you just need a little more resources. But the Angelotti thing to Brazil is a quite interesting one. Is that was that Spotty?
Body
That's
crying.
about it.
Yeah, I could hear.
You
I could
hear
hear
him,
him.
right?
Yeah. Angelotti to Brazil though. First game I think will be against Ecuador.
Is it
I
coming up?
believe.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, next month
June.
in Guayaquil.
Yeah, I mean he's only gonna have the team for like 2 weeks by the time like that game happens. But
He's-
I think he called Neymar. He was like, "Yo, like get your shit together. I need you for the team." And he called Casemiro and he was like, "Yeah, I'm bringing you up too."
Wow.
Like right off the bat, he made those two calls and
Casemiro's got to hit the gym.
yeah, you got to get in shape.
And then also links of Kaká, right, being one of his assistants.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I sent that to you, John. So that could be cool, right?
I mean, yeah.
Didn't we talk about like a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago on the pod how no, there's no like ex-Brazilian like soccer coaches like seeing Kaká on the touchline. I think that could be really awesome.
It makes sense as Kaká because the reason why we said that is because Brazilians love to party and they love to drink, they love to get fat. But Kaká is
Right.
a man of God, which is why
Right. Man of
Kaká
God, a
that
man of
happens.
discipline.
Yep,
He lost his wife because of it, but you know, we'll take it.
it makes sense why Kaká is the next player coach for Brazil.
Hey, and he did win a Ballon d'Or. Like he was a baller.
He did. He was a baller.
So exciting to see. Well, cool. So one of the things I said for this pod was obviously we wanted to recap what happened in the last 2 weeks. I think we've done that. Now I asked the boys to come up with a topic for today's pod. We'll each have a topic and then we'll just talk. Either we debate, discuss, whatever the topic is. I thought it'd be fun to mix it up and see how we can close out this last pod before I think all the leagues have like finished this season, like this weekend, right?
this
Yeah,
weekend. Yeah,
summer break.
Yeah. And since
last
most
part
of
of
the
the
leagues,
season. Yeah.
yeah, since most of the leagues are decided, I thought it was the right time to mix it up. There's so many topics to talk about. So, Carlos, I think you had the first one, right?
Yeah, let me share screen. I have two, but let's do this one first.
My goodness, my nose.
Let me share screen. Let me know when you guys can see, because I can't see you
Also,
guys after.
John, what jersey is that?
It's just like a. I don't even know to be honest. Excuse me.
It's like
It's like a.
reminding me of Banana King.
It's like a. I think it's a J League. I found it on like clearance of Puma back in like 2017, I think,
Yeah.
and it was like $15. And I was like, I gotta snag this.
You love a good snag.
Dude is like, but yeah, I was like, I don't even know. It's King sponsor.
It really looks like a Banana King jersey.
Dude, I swear, I was like, all right, cool, let me get this. $15. I'm like, you know what? Can't beat that.
Just go there and wear it one day.
Wait, let me.
Banana King?
Still haven't gone to Banana King, by the way.
I haven't
Really?
been to Banana King since I used to go to be in Patterson a lot.
Like post Chifla.
Post Chiflada, post like. Oh
Can you
my
guys see my
God.
screen?
I can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it, yeah.
All right. So first thing I wanted to do, team of the seasons, player rewards have been coming out. I wanted to talk to you guys and collectively come out with our team of the season. So obviously we can maybe create a list on Microsoft Word or whatever. But since we have the Prem site, they just kind of gave us a list of who to vote for. I thought we can each go one by one and select a person when it's your turn, right? So let's say if I were to go first, whatever, I'll be the one that chooses the goalkeeper. Let's say Johnny or you're next, then you'll be able to choose one of the left backs. So at the end of it, we might not agree, right? Let's say if it was me, right? I'm the left back chooser. I might choose Cucurella. You're not gonna agree with it, but that might be how it happens, right? And then at the end, we have our pub footy team of the season.
These pictures are hilarious. Raya looks awful.
Right, right. Looks ridiculous. Those
He looks
veneers,
like
he got bad veneers.
Raya looks
These are
terrible there.
he's from fucking Whoville. Fucking the Grinch.
His nose looks crazy. All right, so goalkeepers. I'll start off. On goalkeepers, I think there's a reason why Naughty Forest has been where it's been all season, and that's because of Matt Sells. He's been magnificent this year. And for me, I think he deserves to be, goalkeeper of the season. So that's my selection for goalkeeper of the season.
Give me your other options, or just can you scroll?
Yeah, so Raya, Pickford, Hermanson, Dean Henderson, Ederson, Leno, Emmy Martinez, and Ramsdale.
Ramsdale doesn't have clean sheets, his saves.
Hella saves for Southampton.
Damn.
Which is fair. He saving them OD. Allison was really good for a good portion of it, but I think he's just been injured lately.
Yeah.
Matt Sells, he's been great. Raya's been really good too, but I'd give it to Matt Sells.
He's been good and he's been consistent.
Yep. All right, so let's move on to left backs.
Yeah.
Johnny, you go next.
Um,
All right, let me show you the options though. So Cucurella, Guardiola.
Sanchez.
How do you say this guy's name? Al-Nudi and Anthony Robinson.
The fact that Wario is in that top is insanity to me because he's been awful.
He was balling. He balled for like 2 months.
You 30.
I don't know.
38 weeks. You're gonna
I
give
like
me 2
Guardiola a
months?
lot.
Just saying, like he was top though for those 2 months. He was class.
I like Guardiola a lot. I think he's a fantastic player, but
That's fucking dog shit.
Man
That's
City's
dog
been
shit. The fact that Miles Lewis Skelly is not in this fucking. The fact that Miles Lewis Skelly isn't on this list is fucking horror show. Horrific. Horror show.
Did he start every
When he got
single
on the
game this
team,
season?
when he broke in,
you would have given him
given
left
probably
back
to
to the
Milos.
season.
Girkish, the Bournemouth guy.
Damn. I was thinking Anthony
A little
Robinson.
bit, I think so, but I think overall, I think Milo has been. Yeah, I think Milos has been really good.
He faded.
Bournemouth has been really good all year. So if it wasn't Miles, no bias there. I watch enough of it. The kid's 17 years old, 18 years old, and plays like a grown man. Guardiola being on that list is criminal.
Cucurella too.
He's
I think
been
Cucurella
good.
has been great.
Again, I don't. I mean, what I mean, it's I absolutely.
Skelly should have been on the list,
But
maybe because he didn't start. Like he's only played maybe half the season. I don't know.
This is tough because we're picking based on like how they performed this season and not like what we think of them as players. Like if we were to pick I'm saying like if we were to pick starting 11 purely based on like what we think would be the
Talent.
best team, talent, whatever, this is a different list. But we're
Yes.
picking based
Of
on
course,
like
because Aiden Nori is
performance
never
of
going to
the
fucking
season.
pop up into my best left back. But I'd give it to Milos from
Yeah. But Skelly
Absolutely, he
should have
should have
been
been
on
on the
this
list.
list, though.
He also should have been nominated
For
for
sure.
one of the Young Players of the Year, but he wasn't. That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
surprised. I'm surprised.
It's because he's black. So
Yeah.
that just makes sense. Yeah.
It made more
Sorry, bro.
sense.
It's
It's
what it is. It is what it
racism from
is.
England,
It's really
bro.
what it is.
We just
Look,
have to call out
there's no
England
black.
for what
There's
it
no
is,
black
man.
Just
left
call
back
it
there.
out. Just call it
Robinson
out.
doesn't count, bro. They don't count. Sorry,
They don't
bro.
count.
So for me, Milos gets left back for me. I'll go Milos left back.
I haven't seen him. So I haven't seen him. I haven't seen too many Borden games. Like, what type of left
Yeah.
back is he? Is he just like everywhere up and down the field?
No,
Or is
he
he
gets
just
up.
more of a
He knows
sit
how to
back?
deliver the ball. Fuck, very good on the one-on-one. He can score goals. The goals he scored this season were pretty good. Like I said, his delivery is always top. His defending is really good, and his ball retention. He can keep the ball, can spray it. I think he's really young too.
So I'm surprised. 8 clean sheets. It's
Good.
impressive. No.
Yeah. Who? I feel like somebody was looking at
Liverpool's
him,
gonna
right?
sign him.
What big team was looking at
Yeah,
him?
watch. Yeah.
Liverpool. Wow. All right. Milos, Johnny's pick. All right. We're gonna go center backs. This is where you come in, Diego.
Wow.
You pick one. I guess I'll pick the other one because it's my turn after.
I'm
So we
gonna
have
break
Van
all my
Dijk,
fucking shit right now.
Konate, Gabriel, Saliba, Murillo, Dan Burn.
That burn, huh?
Burns. I thought Dan Burn has been good, but I don't know if I'd pick him.
Dean Housen.
Dean Housen, Mark Gahey.
Is that the guy that just got picked up
From Madrid? Yeah.
to Madrid, right?
Mark Gahey and James Tarkowski, which is wild that you have James Tarkowski in here.
I mean, you got to go with Van Dijk, center back, champion.
Yeah, that's fair. You give it to the best center back on the winning team.
The most clean sheets. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta just do it. I'll pick Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, I agree. I think Van Dijk should have been one of the center backs chosen. I mean, it's the best center back on the best team. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, and the most clean sheets. So
yeah,
we'll go based on stats as well.
All right, so for me, I'm gonna come over here. Future Madrid man, Dean Housen.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Haven't seen any Bournemouth games, so I can't pick him. I'm gonna go.
Johnny's about to break his.
Gotta go Gabriel.
I'm gonna go with Gabriel. I think one, he's been magnificent. Him and Sylvia both been the best center back, tandem in the league. But set pieces was missing when Gabriel was
He has
gone.
goals.
And that was a big part of Arsenal's season until he got injured. For me,
I agree. I like
Gabriel.
that because he has goals to his catalog. He can defend. I think people really undermine him. Yeah, I think he's very underappreciated. Just because they see Saliba, and Saliba's younger, I guess. I don't know. Maybe because he's younger, he's more composed. On the ball, when he's not really being goofy on it, he's really, really good. But Gabriel, just overall defending, charisma, his ability to get in the goal.
How many games did he miss though?
He got hurt right before the
minimum,
Real Madrid tie, a month. But
It's
that's why someone said
couple, right?
not to give it to him. But I was like, you played 85% of the season. He played. 90% of the season at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who else do we really give it to?
People really like.
Besides
Milinkovic from Forest, and then Dean
Milinkovic.
Yeah. He was really good. When I watched Forest, that center back duo was really good as well. Murillo and they're really good.
Him and Murillo.
Milinkovic.
Big guy. Yep.
Milinkovic is a big boy, right?
Dan Burn has been good. I think Dan Burn has been really good this end part of the season, though. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been a menace in the air lately. I'm like, this guy is.
I feel like that's all you hear is Dan Burn.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, Newcastle made this insane run at the end. They were super hard push. So maybe if they started that way in the season, when the league first started, I'd be like, okay, good. Dan Burn has something has a talk in this little conversation. But I think too little, too late.
I mean, he does have the highest clean sheets though out of everyone here. I think after Van Dijk, maybe.
How many does he have?
Van Dijk has 14. Dan Burn has 13.
There you go.
So Dan Burn gets a shout, but Gabriel for me is the second center back.
We'll leave him as a first one off the bench.
First one off the bench, Dan Burn.
Wait, let's.
All right, right back. I think it's Johnny's turn. All right, so we got Trent.
I think it's your. Oh no, because you picked the second center back.
Pick the second. Yep. Aina, Munoz, Wan-Bissaka, Spence. I don't know what the fuck he's doing here, but whatever. Spence. All right, 1 out of 5 nominees. Johnny.
I know my pick.
Where the fuck's Timber? Where the fuck? Trent is in there before Trent. Trent. Trent.
I completely forgot about Timber.
Trent
Hey man,
Wan-Bissaka.
if they're second, they're not.
Trent
Wan-Bissaka
Wan-Bissaka
is
and
crazy,
Spence
bro.
are there before
DJ's
Timber, bro. That's it. I hate this. I hate this league, bro. I really do. I feel like not enough football is being watched all around the league. I mean, Spence has been really good. I can't say as poor as Tottenham has been. Spence has been fantastic. I think he's been one of their better players in terms of like breaking out this year for that team that needed him when they needed him because of injuries, and he's been really good. But I don't think he's better than Timber. I think overall performances, Trent's not better than Timber. Trent's getting nominated for a right back of the year. I can't. I'm gonna pick.
I mean, just because he's there, he's part of
Yeah,
the
that's
champions.
bullshit.
Champion.
I'm gonna honestly, I'm gonna pick fuck, how I pronounce his name? Ola Aina.
oh,
I do
Aina?
fancy him a
Aina?
lot. I thought he was really good. Munoz.
I fancy Munoz, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
was
Munoz
I was
is.
over
I think
Munoz as well.
I do like Munoz, but I've raved about uh Ayana the whole year. Like Ola the whole year,
There's call.
literally. Yeah, I've raved about him all year as a right back. I'm like, okay, like if big teams wanted a right back right now, they should go for him. Like I even told Kevin, like if Real Madrid want a right back, they should look at this guy. That's how good he was. That's how good I
Wow.
thought he was. So I pick him as my right back.
Yeah,
he probably would have been
Yeah, I think so.
better value than Trent.
for sure. I can't wait for Kev to kill himself over Trent next season. All right, and it's not a bad shout. He
He's
killed
20.
it for like 3/4 of the season. I think like
Yeah, the whole
recently he
team
kind of
has.
slowed down a bit, but I think he
Yeah,
was also injured. I think the whole team has. And Daniel Munoz, he's only kind of picked it
he
up
was
like maybe
cooking.
after the half point of the season. He's been fantastic as well. But
Consistent though, Munoz.
who do you think wins it though? I mean, I think the Prem they'll probably give it to Trent, right? Like the actual.
Just because it's his last season, probably.
Maybe.
Politics.
All right. So midfielders.
I always get the easy ones.
Is it easy? It's a big list here. 2 out of 10. You got 10 nominees.
All right,
So you got
keep moving to
Gravenberch, you got Declan, you got McAllister, Bruno Guimaraes, Zoboslai, Tonali,
Tonali.
Bruno, Moises, Gibbs White,
Moises
and
is in it.
Morgan Rogers. This is like a Prem like fan vote though, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the actual Premier League.
But we're going based
Yeah.
on like who we thought was solid. No.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
How the fuck does how the fuck does
Tonali's been
Dominic get in
balling,
there?
to be
I do
honest.
not fancy him.
I don't know, man. This
You
list,
fancy him?
this list is.
He's a good player.
I don't think he's been that good this season.
Yeah, maybe not as dominant, but he's a good player.
No, it's not.
First season in the Prem, he was
Eh.
decent. No, it's second.
I don't want to. I feel like it's got to be Rice. No,
I mean, it's your choice.
I'm picking Caicedo because he's been keeping Chelsea afloat. Even though you guys have been pretty awful this season, without Caicedo, you'd be having a Tottenham and United season. I think.
To be honest, I mean, if you weren't gonna pick Moises, I was gonna pick Moises.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You've seen enough games where he's been.
I think every
Right.
time I watch him play, I'm like, this guy's fucking phenomenal.
He's so good, but he pisses me off. So I always feel like he can do more. Do you know what I mean?
Do you say that like when you watch Chelsea play, when you watch Ecuador play? Because I feel like when I watch Ecuador play, I feel that. But lately, the last few games, I've just been impressed every time I see him on the field.
I mean, he's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten better. That's why I think I really liked him. Because last year he struggled a bit. This year he's been great.
What do we say about like what is? I feel like Johnny says it. It's like the guy who's available, right? Like availability is key, and
He's there every game.
he hasn't missed a game. No,
No, unless they rest him, but not injury.
guy's captain clutch. He's captain the team. He plays the freaking the other competitions as well. He's always in the prime games.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Moises is who I would have picked as well. So that's your pick. Now, I didn't expect you to pick Moises, so I didn't think of who else I wanted it to be.
You could say Declan. Don't worry.
Let's see. Honestly, if Man United wasn't in like 17th place, there's a chance I would pick Bruno. But because they're in 17th place, I can't pick him. Tonali.
Tonali has been balling.
No way. I can't pick Tonali over Declan Rice, though.
I mean, of course, but I would put Tonali as like a weightless player.
Weightless, like an alternative. All right, we'll go with Declan. Johnny, tell us about Declan.
Guys, he's another guy who's
Tell
been
us about you,
available,
man.
right? He's always available. He's always available.
Exactly. And what a
I mean,
goal he
I
scored
think,
this past
you know,
weekend.
people shit on him for his progression play, but he's been developing into that kind of box-to-box midfielder who can progressively get into the attacking third, who progressively creates chances, who's now adding goal assist catalog, and you can tell the team ticks when he's ticking. So his influence being that influential to a side, like Diego said, you know, if Moises wasn't doing what he's doing for Chelsea, Chelsea could probably be in a bigger hole than what they are in, which is not, I mean, they're not in a hole. They're fighting for Champions League. So for a guy to keep a team afloat in a Champions League conversation, Rice has done that for us to keep us in the, for whatever bits and pieces it was, in second place, fighting for that first place spot. He's been that guy for us. So if he's the unsung hero, in my opinion, for Arsenal, if absolutely, if he
Of the
wasn't a
season?
captain, if Odegaard wasn't the captain, he'd be our captain.
He's probably going to win Player of the Season for Arsenal.
I think he
Just like Moises should probably win it for Chelsea.
won
no?
it for Chelsea.
He's won it for Chelsea already.
Yeah, no, he won
He's
last
going to
week.
win
Yeah,
it again. We did win it.
Yeah, last
yeah, I
week.
think
Yeah, there you
Declan
go.
would
Yeah,
win it
okay,
for
so there you
Arsenal.
go.
Yeah,
I think
him.
Declan's going to
You
win it
know,
for Arsenal too.
yeah, I agree. No, I don't think about anybody else. Yeah, it's a good shout. Is this a 4-4-2 system?
All right, now we're going.
4-3-3.
Go ahead. I don't know. I was confused with it because it's 2 midfielders, but then 2 forwards, and then 2 strikers. How many people are on this team, bro? 2, 4, 6, 7,
We did 4
8,
defenders.
10,
No wingers
11.
though.
That shit, 12 people on this. What the fuck is this team, bro?
Well, you
We
got to
got 12
go.
people
Let's
on
pick
this
one
team.
more
You
midfielder.
got to go.
Let's go for.
No, I think.
No.
Wait, go down.
We got two forwards and 2 strikers.
You see 2 forwards and 2 strikers. That's why.
All right.
I guess forwards
Yeah.
are wingers, I think that's what it is. And strikers
Or
are
attacking mids,
nines.
mate.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Salah, bro.
Whose turn is it,
No,
Johnny?
it was Salah.
You go first.
Who else
Salah
is
off
in
the
this
jump.
fucking list, bro?
28
Yeah,
goals.
28 goals is nuts.
Scroll down, bro. Who else is in this list, bro?
I mean,
Okay.
Gordon and Buemo,
Yeah,
Kluivert,
show
Jacob
me
Murphy,
better,
Elanga,
bro. Fucking give
Matoma,
me Salah.
Bowen. Yeah, Salah. Had to be him.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
All right.
He missed
Saka has missed a
like
big part
100
of the
and something
season.
games,
Yeah,
and he's still
missed
on
a big
this.
part.
So who do we pick as our second then?
You pick it.
I
It's
have
gotta
to
be
pick it.
You
it's
pick it
gotta
on
be
your
in
own, bro.
Buemo. That's like 19
Gordon
goals.
and Buemo, Kluivert, Murphy, Elanga,
I think so, or
Matoma,
18.
He has
Bowen.
19 goals.
Yeah.
He does have 19 goals.
Wow, Kluivert did have a good stretch as well.
Yeah, he did have a little good stretch.
Go right.
And Buemo.
Yeah, it's got to be that guy.
19 goals, bro. That's fucking for Brentford side.
Yeah, but then again, like everything goes through him, so
They have the same amount of goals.
Actually,
They have 19-19.
Yeah, Wissa had like
they both
19 goals. He's been killing it too.
Wow.
I mean,
Yes,
Buemo
bro,
over
come
Cole Palmer,
on.
though?
If you're talking about individual performances, not based off how good the player is. And Buemo,
Who has been more consistent? 'Cause
And
Cole Palmer has
Buemo-
obviously fallen off.
no, we've been
Falling off
falling off every
stat-wise, though.
influence-wise. You cannot say he hasn't, dude. He hasn't been good. There's no way, and there's no way you think
he's been
Buemo hasn't been better than him this season. Cole Palmer hasn't been as good this season than he was last season. He's still good, but not in terms of this kind of debate.
I think it's just statistically he hasn't been, but the way I think he plays during the games, I don't see it like.
But it doesn't affect the game though. He's not influential.
But you still need.
Yeah, you need stats, but when you're missing a striker and there's no assists coming in and just unlucky with goals, stats sometimes
But the thing is-
play a part in the eye test. And for me, there's been games where I'm like, oh, this guy's off. But I think, I thought he's played really well. Without Cole Palmer, we're not in fourth either.
I mean, yeah,
I guess. I don't know. Cole Palmer is that guy though, who is the game changer. And if he's not changing the game, because that's his job, is to change the game.
How many assists does he have now? Like, what is his goals and assist contribution? Because right now,
Palmer?
15 goals. How many assists?
Let's check.
Palmer's goals and assist contribution and Buemo's goal and assist contribution.
He has 15 goals, 8 assists.
Okay, so 23.
23. And then has 19 goals, 7 assists. 26. I mean, yeah, give it to Buemo.
We give it to him.
And
Debate
Buemo
settled.
goes.
Debate settled.
All right. And then now we have 2 strikers.
Fuck Haaland. Get this motherfucker off this screen, bro.
Yeah, Haaland has to get out of here.
Nah, yeah, Haaland shouldn't be on this.
Isak for me, for sure. I mean, he's been the best striker, I think, in the league this year. And if Newcastle somehow keep him, would be they're be lucky to have him still. I don't know how they can keep him because he's wanted
You
by
gotta
every
sell.
team in the
You
world
gotta sell him when he's high.
too. And then I guess Johnny, you're next. Is it Chris Wood
I don't know, man.
or is it Danny Welb?
I mean, I'm probably gonna have to go honestly, just because. Yeah, probably have to go Chris Wood. I mean, that makes probably the most logical decision. It was either him or Mateta.
I mean,
But I
yeah,
think just because of where Forest are in the table and what they're still fighting, where they're still the last
correct.
day, yeah, he's got to go. He's up there. He's definitely team of the season. Yeah,
Is Cunha in here? Cunha is in here. Cunha was killing it though for
he's good. No,
D-
I mean,
half the season.
he's their guy. He's their clutch. He's their ace in the hole. So I mean, yeah, and he always shows up for Wolves. I mean, he's gone now to United probably.
United. I was gonna say yeah,
Yeah,
United.
so
United player
I mean,
next
I'd give it to
season.
Chris Wood. I think Chris Wood's my. I mean, 20 goals, right? That's a fucking season and a half.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, so
You know, it's insane that Holland still has the most goals in the season and he missed like half the season.
I mean, he was scoring how many
uh,
goals the first couple of games? It was
Yeah,
absurd.
he had like 12 goals in 3 games.
Yeah.
All right, just quick recap then. Let's just start from forwards.
I wish they had our like
Like
show it like
like
in
it
a
listed.
lineup, like in a lineup. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'll try to create a graph and then send it so you can just add it
like a
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
4-4-2 system.
of our thing. So our 4-4-2
Fucking
a diamond in the middle. No, I
And
don't
again,
even know. A box 4.
but let's remind people this isn't who we think is the best team that we can put out. It's just who we
Yes,
think had the best season.
correct.
Yeah.
Because
All
we
right.
can make a much better team, obviously.
Yeah. All right, so 2 strikers, Aesop and Chris Wood.
Wingers.
Probably
So
2
left mid,
Wingers.
wingers, Mbuemo
Salah.
and Salah. And then 2 midfielders are going to be Declan and Moises, which is probably the best 2 midfielders I think we
We
could
could
have
have
picked.
put out probably.
It's the best thing we picked in the whole out of the whole team was at midfield.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, and center back.
Center backs, yeah, you're right. All right, right back, Ola, Aina, or however you pronounce that. And then center backs, Van Dijk and Gabriel, solid. Left back, Milos,
That's not a
and then
bad
our
team,
goalie,
man.
Matt South. It's not a horrible team. It's not the team if we're trying to build a team from scratch. Not the team,
Yeah.
but it's the team of the season. Not a bad.
Team of the season. Maybe they win the Prem.
All right, let me enter my shit. Oh wait, I already have. What the fuck? Sign in here.
This is okay. So fan team of the season. All right, John. What's your
It's an
what's your
easy
topic?
one. Short and sweet.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've
matter
run over for
what
sure.
happens tomorrow between United and Spurs, the trophy will not mask anything they have done throughout the year. They've still had awful seasons. Their season's not better than XYZ. I think the trophy is just gonna kind of just put some icing over whatever shit cake they have right now. No, not at all.
Not better than Arsenal
I
season.
mean, it's just true.
That's what you wanted to say. There's no way Man United's season or Tottenham's
No, it's
season after
not. It's
tomorrow's
just,
game is better than Arsenal's
I'm
season this year.
sorry.
I mean that has been
All
the
social
debate across every
every
social media
podcast,
outlet, every media
people,
outlet.
this is like legit a conversation,
Yeah.
and that's nowhere near true because I think your standards set through consistency. I think consistency in the best league. Also, the teams are in 2 different competitions, so you're failing to meet the criteria for one competition shouldn't be supplemented by you winning a lower tier competition, and then it outbeats the other team in the other tiers. Any fan will say it too. Any fan would say it. I mean, legends of the club have been saying it like, hey, I'd rather have the season that Arsenal's having now than win the Europa League.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I'm sure this has popped up on your social media a ton over the last couple of days. What have you heard from both sides, from the Arsenal point of view and the
I
United
think the
Tottenham
Arsenal
point
point
of
of
view?
view, I mean, obviously, from the Arsenal point of view, there's disappointment in terms of the season not being the way we wanted it to be, right? Especially from people like, I guess, pundits and people who support Arsenal. But they also,
But you still
correct.
made it the furthest in the
But
Champions
they
League than
said,
you have in
obviously,
quite a long time.
our European run was fantastic, right? Our European, yeah, was our record, our
special.
European performances were top tier. Obviously, the league was inconsistent. The league, we weren't good enough. We struggled in a lot of parts, gave away a lot of points. So, but still, we're still building off, right? As a group, I think, in every single part of every competition. So that needs to be taken into consideration. It's not like we're falling off drastically in the league, but still progressing in the Champions League. We're pushing hard in the Champions League, and we're still trying to keep a foot and still keep like right behind that first place, even though second place sucks. But like United fans are saying it too. Like, there's no way that some of them want Ruben out after this trophy.
Because what has he really proved?
I mean, you prove that you
Nothing.
can a tournament team,
I
right?
mean,
You prove that you can win. Shoot has
A
been watered
tournament that
down
has
a
been
little bit. I
weakened.
mean, you don't.
It
I think,
has been
yeah,
weakened. Let's
you
be
don't want to take
honest.
away too much credit because you still have to go out there and win games. But still a final.
Still a
But
final.
you don't get the teams that don't qualify in the Champions League group stage. They don't go down because usually the guys that win this tournament are the the UCL teams that drop down more than none, right? So
Correct.
you don't play
Yeah.
those teams, and then with some fortune, right, some luck sprinkled your way, and good form across those two legs, you're in the final.
Let me ask you this. What if it was the other way around and Arsenal had the shit Prem season, but during the Europa League final, United or Tottenham make a Champions League semifinal run, Arsenal win the
If
Europa
we
League, how
if we
would you
were
feel?
in relegation kind of zone,
Zone and you win
no,
the Europa League. Yeah.
no shot.
But you haven't won.
No,
Yep. Have you ever won the Europa League? Okay, and you
Europe
haven't won
title.
they've ever won
Nope.
a Europe
a
title, right?
European title, right? No Champions League, no Europa League. So it'd be your first European title.
Well, Johnny would be excited about having a chance of making Champions League coming from 17th or 16th place. First European title. He'd be happy about it, but he wouldn't say his season was a fantastic season from Arsenal. It's a shit season.
Correct.
And better than a team like United and Tottenham who went far in Champions League and had a good
Correct. Because
second, third
no,
place in
because
Prem. You wouldn't. You'd be happy, but you
correct. Yeah,
wouldn't say that
especially
they
if
had a
we're
better
talking
season.
about like what we've done in the last couple of years, because no one's ever expecting United to be in the position they're in now. No one's gonna tell me. No one's gonna look at me like, "Hey, we're bad. We're expecting to fall within this kind of realm of I guess the realm of kind of how good we are. And that's what 16th place is the reality you've been living or people have been trying to like say. That's insane. I don't believe that because people are like, oh yeah, United, you're expected to be bad right now because you're going through a transition phase. But that bad? No, never, ever, ever. No one's gonna ever say that you're ever
Yeah.
expected to be that poor. Whether you're a United fan, whether you're a Spurs fan, ever, never, never, never. Especially with your history, especially with your budget, you're always funneling coaches, funneling players in. The lowest I'd ever expect them to be is probably 10th. The lowest. And that's a bad season.
And that's a bad season. They should
Minimum. Correct.
be your minimum, bare minimum.
Making the Europa League. That's what a bad season, I think, is for United and Spurs.
I mean, think about it. They
FA
only
Cup.
made Europa this year
Correct.
because they won FA Cup last year.
Hmm.
That's the only reason. So they won FA Cup, make Europa, make Champions League,
Correct.
all from that FA Cup
So
game,
yeah,
which is
I
it's
don't
insane.
think Arsenal, if
Right.
Arsenal was in the same position, based off the previous seasons they're coming off of, it's a complete utter failure. No matter if we don't have European trophies because the progression. You've seen so much progression. Maybe if we were in that era where we had like David Luiz and like those guys, and we were in the Europa
Yeah,
League
yeah,
final
yeah, yeah.
against Chelsea, and I'm like, okay, cool. This is going to be big for us because we've been struggling for so long.
For you guys, like a Europa League's massive because that's you've been in that
For
from
like 5
4 to
years.
like 8 level of the league,
Yeah,
It was
right?
a
like it
funk.
was it
Yes.
was part of your progression, but you
Correct.
didn't
So when
take
you
a
talk in
step
those
back.
contexts, we're like, okay, we're in a funk, but we're still able to make it to Europa League, and this could be our ticket into the Champions League. I mean, oh, this is good. This is big for us. But now that we're in that conversation of being in a European final in the Champions League or winning the league and signing players that we're signing and being second place for 3 years in a row, that'd be god awful for me. I'd lose my mind. I'd shoot myself in the face. That's just the reality of it. So
Yeah.
But I feel like there's United fans, the more realistic fans that would tell you that like they're not surprised that they fell so far back, and they are happy that they're in an Europa League final because at least like at least hey they're
that's just
fighting for a
masking it.
title.
You're just kind of the aura and the kind of aroma of winning this championship is going to do to your poor season. It kind of like gives it a little bit of. I mean, it's a happy ending if you win, obviously.
I mean, it's a massive moment for either Man United or Tottenham to win this and get into Champions League, because that completely changes their season next year. Now they have to play
A lot of money.
a lot of money coming in. Players want to play Champions League. The players that they bring in if they win tomorrow, it's gonna be different than the players they
Yeah.
bring in if they lose tomorrow.
Yeah, I
So
would agree.
it's a big game.
It's almost like the game to go to get promoted to the Prem,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
like there's a lot of money on the table.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I guess just like as an example of like what people say on Twitter, but I'm just gonna read a tweet, right?
Yeah.
And this is the type of tweet that gets Johnny pissed off. So it says Chelsea wins Conference League, United Spurs win Europa League, Liverpool wins the league, Man City wins FA Cup, Newcastle won Carabao, while phase 8 Arteta is going trophyless. And then a picture of
So I'm
a
saying
football.
The
it's
FA
just
Cup,
like
but yes.
it's only
Sorry.
relevant. It's only
Crystal
relevant
Palace.
when it happens to certain teams. Like Pep Guardiola saying that Newcastle were champions this year of a trophy. They said that Crystal Palace won a trophy, Liverpool won a trophy, and then he said Man City won a trophy. They won the Community Shield. Yeah, so it's only
Right.
situational.
Pep
It's only
said that?
when it's convenient to those. So like, because God forbid, if I said, because he has
Yeah.
Arteta hasn't won a trophy, he has 2 Community Shields and 1 FA Cup. That's 3 in 5 years in that context. And if I say that,
Right.
get crucified, hang me, burn me at the stake, see you later, cut off a couple limbs, the world goes crazy. The world goes mad, bro. I'm telling you, the world will go mad if I said that. It would go insane. But then when their favorite manager does it, when guys like this do it, it's good for content. It's good to reel guys in and just be like,
Of course.
yeah, of
I
course.
mean,
I'm
it
like,
gets
you
you
guys
ready.
are just fucking jackasses. Because you're not gonna tell me that if Chelsea don't make Champions League and you win the little Ingus Pingus fucking Conference League, your season's a failure, dude. Your season is an absolute fucking
100%.
failure. You lose to Forest on the final
100%.
day, you win the Conference League, but you don't make Champions League, your season's a failure. It's a waste of a year and a waste of
It
a
was a waste of
billion
a year.
fucking dollars.
Wait, so what happens in that case, right? If
Europa.
Chelsea win the Conference League,
Oh,
but then they qualify to Champions League.
so they get someone else
They
their spot
automatic
for Europa.
the person behind us gets
So Brighton
conference.
maybe?
So either no, I think it'd be Forest
Yeah.
or Villa, whoever gets 7th.
So it depends. I'm saying,
Interesting.
so these titles are more
But it's always yeah.
season
Go ahead.
covering, season masking from potential failure.
And it's always like these same people that troll are gonna be the same people that if it was flipped the other way around and Arsenal did win it and you guys are celebrating, they'd be like, "Well, you just won the Europa League." You know what
You
I'm
just
saying?
won the Europa
And
League.
so you can
United
never
won
win
like
with
4
those
Correct.
the
Or we win,
people that are
or
trolling.
Arteta wins the
So
Premier
they'll
League
continue to
next
troll.
year, and it only took him fucking 6 years to win it. Come on.
Yeah, of course. Like it still will
Yeah, like
never
fucking I
be
have,
enough
what's
for
his
the
face?
trolls.
What's this guy from Chelsea? Mikel, what's his name? Obi. Yeah.
Obi?
I think, bro, he's on
I know
an
who you're talking
actual
about.
like show with another analyst. He's basically bashing Arteta and the amount of money he spent within his 5 years, 6 years. The analyst breaks down every year or breaks down the years in like a totality and goes by players loaned out, players sold, players bought, and within 6 years, this numbers make sense. You guys spent $1 billion in 1 year. And he goes, we're just in a transitional phase. We're in a transitional phase. We're going out with
Chelsea?
new managers and this and that, like kind of like vouching for the reason why they spent $1 billion in 1 year. So it's like,
That's
No,
just
yeah,
the
so the
Chelsea
thing is
way,
that
though.
if you're gonna
It's
be
different.
that guy on the Twitter or on podcasts saying those things,
Yeah, like if
right?
you want to do apples to
Correct.
apples, it's no comparison.
He said that. He's like, we're
What
in a
did he say? No,
that
what
he
was he saying
spent
about
this much
Arteta?
money and he has nothing, and he has nothing. But then the analyst said
Okay.
he spent his money in 6 years. He spent the appropriate amount with loans, with players bought, players sold. It makes sense how this money, like how he uses money. And then she's like, but the way Chelsea used their money over a year, he was like, we're in a transitional phase. Like we're going through manager and trying to like kind of, he was backpedaling, trying to save his ass a little bit. But like I said, you
You know, he went in there more with like a biased thought and just like went for it as opposed to
because
like having
you could do
actual
that
like
on a
facts
podcast.
and numbers.
You can do that on like being
Yeah,
funny with a couple of mates on a podcast, but
but then but
and
then when
breaking it down
somebody
for you, then
actually
you're
has
like,
all the numbers, you're fucked. Yeah,
fucking listen, man.
yeah.
I'm just the Arsenal fan here.
It's all right. You got a big win at the Bernabeu this year. You should never forget that moment.
It's our second
I
win at
mean,
the
what a
Bernabeu.
moment.
The only English team to win at the Bernabeu. It's our fourth win overall. So I mean, we will
Love it.
take our winnings when we can for sure.
Yeah,
So I'll
love
I'll
it.
piggyback off of Johnny because that was gonna be one of my topics. So piggybacking off of the United and Tottenham debate, let's just talk about the final tomorrow, right? Predictions, who do we think is gonna win, etc. How do we think the game's gonna go? But then the follow-up question is, do we think in conjunction with the whole like masking the season, like do we think the whoever wins with the added money, with the players they bring in, do we think that they'll have a much more improved season next year, or is it kind of be just the same? They'll end up like 10th or 11th place.
I mean, 10th and 11th place is an improvement from
The
this year.
ceiling's the
Right,
ceiling's that much bigger, bro.
but with the
I mean, they can only
but when
go
you're
up. They can either
but
get
when you're playing
relegated or
champ
go
when
up.
you're playing Champions League, when you get all this money, you're expected to be top 6, top 5, whatever, right? So 10, 11, 12, it's obviously an improvement, but it's still not enough, especially for those two clubs. So how do we think the game's gonna go
United
tomorrow?
and United win
Same, I
tomorrow.
think
I think
United
they
as
have
well.
more of, I guess, players who've been in these positions, like Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, Casemiro. I think they have guys who
Casemiro.
will push them over the line. I think they'll win it. I think for the football humanity, the football community, I think they're going to be doing everyone a favor. So,
I think whoever scores first tomorrow wins the game.
lots of shop.
I
I
don't
don't
think.
know about that. United has been the comeback king, so
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, it was one game they came back crazy.
Leon
I think
game.
that the Lyon game, right? I think whoever scores, I don't think the other team has enough passion and balls to come back and win the game. Tottenham don't really have much people, so they score first. They're gonna sit back and I don't know
they'll frustrate.
that. Yeah, and maybe catch them on a
Maybe.
counter.
I think it's gonna go to overtime and
Oh
then
God.
it's 50-50. I think United pull through maybe in overtime.
I mean, I don't. It might not even be a shit game. It's gonna be two shit teams playing, but it's gonna be even shit. You
It'll
know what
be
I mean?
exciting. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be exciting.
yeah. I mean,
So
it's funny making fun of
we all
Tottenham fans though. So
I think
they
we all
lose.
think United convincingly, or
No, it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be an exciting game. I think it's gonna be back and forth.
give me a Garnacho goal and a Bruno Fernandes goal.
Yeah, I see Bruno's going. Bruno's played all right. He hasn't had too much of a bad season. He just can't do much. I think with that team.
And give me
my
an
God.
Onana blunder.
I got a Maguire goal tomorrow.
I love that. Yeah, guy's been coming up big. Let
Yeah, I
him be a
think
United
United
hero.
take it.
Okay. So United win. United are in Champions League. United get this boatload of money. They're bringing in Mateus Cunha from Wolves. Will they have a top 6 season next year?
Top six is tough, honestly. I don't know about top six because they need a major revamp. So I don't know if they get all the players they need to fight for. Well, maybe top six, but not Champions League. So they'll be fine for I think 5, 6, and 7 next year.
So you think much better season than this year? 5, 6, 7
I mean,
is a great season compared to what they are now.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. They need to bring in players. It depends how the season starts for them next year because they could fire Ruben after 5 games next year, and then their
Yeah.
season's shit again. So it really depends on that like first 5 to like 7 games next season, and that's gonna determine their
Yeah,
season.
he'll
Because if
have
they
a
fire Ruben off the jump, then they're fucked again this season. That
yeah.
season.
My thing is that if they bring in all these players, they can't fire him even if they're doing so bad. Like they need him to work.
Yeah, no, they for me they're eighth next year, I think.
Eighth?
Like, at least eighth, yeah. But I don't see them. I think because they're Man United, I'm giving them that like higher than 10th.
Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but I don't see them being better than Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool,
Chelsea.
Chelsea,
It depends how Villa does. Villa maybe.
Villa,
Villa's great.
Villa as well.
For sure. Yeah,
Then
Villa for sure.
Forest keep their core.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, like yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna be fighting in that like 7th spot with Bournemouth, Brighton, Fulham. Yeah, that's where they're
Brighton.
fighting.
I think that's where their I think that's where that the kind of their talent pool is a little bit to me.
That's where they're
With their
shooting.
yeah, with their inconsistencies, I think.
So they're gonna be fighting for Europa and Conference League.
Conference League, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't see them having another season this bad. They don't have 40 points. 38 weeks and they're under 40 points.
Yeah.
That's insane.
The thing is that if they play Champions League and get raced out, and if they don't make Champions League or Europa or Conference League, like they're gonna have a really shit, what is it, 2027 season, right? Like they'll be kind of right back where they were last year. So, right? Like
Times ahead.
that's what I'm saying. My thing is that they need to turn it around. They need to turn it around quick because
Quickly. I mean, and there's been no signs of any improvement. It's not even like they finished the season strong. It's been shit.
correct.
So I don't know.
They suck.
And who knows if they even give Ruben the availability to buy all these players he want? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
So
Cunha is a good start.
I mean, he's a great
That's
person
68.
to add for sure. But
That's 70 million already. You already blew 70 million.
They overpaid for him. Yeah.
You have 70 million that you just blow right now.
They
You
overpaid.
are. I mean, that's probably your biggest signing of the summer, unless you get you go out and you get Victor Kekurish.
but do you need him if you? I mean, yeah, obviously he's gonna
he's
fit.
not
But
United.
He's another
no
70
way he
million.
goes to United.
He's
not
another
going to United. No shot.
He's another 70 million pound player. That's 140 million, and
2 strikers. That doesn't fix your problem.
you haven't addressed your central midfield. Your old Casemiro.
Wait, does
Mason Mount.
Anthony come back?
Anthony comes back.
Anthony does come back.
All right, so that's something.
I can't imagine Anthony coming back and doing anything. It's just something in United, bro.
Yeah. All right.
Anthony don't even want to come back.
Definitely
He's
doesn't.
looking
like-
He definitely doesn't want to come back. But I'm saying if they do keep him, that's definitely an added resource.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know, man.
They need like a good 6, 7 new players.
I would agree with that.
Because they need to juggle two competitions.
And then it takes some time to like gel. You know, who knows if it's gonna be like a 2-season thing. It's not gonna be fixed next season.
It's not going to be fixed, but again, they're going to need to win probably the FA Cup to be in the European competition. If they don't
Win tomorrow. Whoever wins tomorrow.
yeah, that's the
sets
thing.
them up.
Whoever wins tomorrow, like it gives himself like a like a life vest for next season.
Buffer, yeah.
Yeah.
Why would Victor from what's his last name from Sportings? From Sporting?
Gukurish.
Why would he want to come to the Prem and
Gukurish.
not play Champions League when every team in the world wants him and he could play Champions League? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Ruben used to coach him.
Why would
so-
any big star want to go to United or Spurs
If they
don't
make
Champions
Champions League, if they make
Well,
If they
well,
don't
yeah,
make Champions League.
oh yeah, he's not gonna go.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think yeah.
Yeah, if he makes Champions League, maybe he goes because him and Ruben, he used to coach him at Sporting. Maybe. But if they don't make Champions League, I see him going to Arsenal.
No, I don't think you buy Cunha if you think you have a shot at this other guy. So
I agree.
yeah, I think it's one or the other. All right, well we'll see. John, you gonna watch the game tomorrow?
Probably because like I mean, at the end of the day, I do enjoy watching football. So I kind of
But
have
it might
to
be
be
shit
honest.
football.
Yeah,
So it might be more entertainment as opposed to watching quality football.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see myself not watching. I'm like, oh, I gotta tune into this bitch. Like, let's see what happens. So
You gotta talk shit.
You got it. You got it just to stay in the know. And
yeah,
if it's a really bad game, then we'll love to see. Listen, I root for you and your Arsenal fandom, but I'm a big Son guy. I'd love to see him win something. Guy deserves it.
Oh, Son?
Guy deserves it, man.
he should have got shipped out to the fucking army when he missed that fucking 1-on-1 against fucking City, bro. I'm tired of him.
He's been putting the team on his back for so long, even after Kane's gone. Like, guy, I really like him as a footballer and as a person.
Good guy.
Yeah, whatever.
Good guy. Good guy.
All right. Quick discussion
All right.
before we end. Does Lamine Yamal deserve to win Ballon d'Or? Because that's what everyone's saying now, and I don't know. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. It's recency bias. Recency bias is why they have him number 1.
It's definitely
It was literally the latest poll.
It's
has
a
him
yearly
number 1.
award. It's a yearly award though, so it has to be recency bias. It's a yearly award.
No,
It's
but
not
recency
like,
meaning like the last month. Like it's the only reason why they have him number. Like this is the ranking right now.
well. When
Lamine 1, Dembele 2, Rafinha 3, Pedri 4, and Salah 5 is the latest ranking of
I don't agree
Ballon
with it.
d'Or.
I think
No, I don't.
if
He should be
Dembele
nominated.
if Dembele wins the Champions League, he's gonna win it.
Yeah, he has to.
He's gonna.
For me, it's either Dembele or Salah.
Dembele's gonna win.
That's allowed. I mean,
But Salah for the first like 10 months of the year, I was like, this guy is
Unstoppable.
insane.
yeah, but then when they lost in the quarterfinals, he's done nothing. He's been
All right, so he didn't have the best performance against PSG, and then since they won the Prem, like he's just been chilling, like he's been whatever. I understand.
Thing
knocked out
is,
I
the
understand that.
knocked out the FA Cup. Didn't do nothing against Plymouth,
I
Argyle.
understand that, but I just think the way he played for like the first 10 months of the year was just insane. You could expect him to do something that's gonna change and carry that team. I don't even think Liverpool was that good of a team, but how good Salah played this year just carried them to that title.
And then you can kind of say that about Lamine because they didn't win the league and they needed to win games, and he kind of carried that a little bit. Scored important goals, assisted
when is
important
the
goals.
voting?
Yeah,
When
but
is the voting?
that's only like
In the
let's say
summer?
the last month, like the last like month, obviously he's been scoring insane goals for the last like 4 or 5 weeks, like every game. But he only had like 5 goals in Champions League. I think 6 or 7 goals in La Liga. It's not like, he's been just the way he's been playing now all year.
So
You get me?
the thing is like, okay, now it's like,
But next year, I think the way Lamine's played in the last month, he's been the best player in the world in the last month. Like I don't disagree or agree or disagree to that. Like he's been the best player in the world over the last month, but I don't think he's this year's Ballon d'Or is all
For
I'm
sure,
trying
no.
to say.
no, I don't think so either. But I think he should be. I think he's should be nominated. I think he's
100%. He's top 5 minimum.
within there. Because I mean, people are gonna. It depends who you're talking to because then you're thinking about an eye test. You're watching him week in and week out, and this
Yeah,
guy's
people are
performing
raving
like a
about him.
monster, right? He's insane, right? Doesn't give you the stats, but the eye test, right? And like I said, when it's convenient for some people, the eye test works. When it's convenient for others, it's the stats. So you can never win. It's either you don't want a midfielder to win it because you can't get you the fucking stats, but it's beautiful to the eye and it's
Right,
beautiful to
right,
the
right.
people. But then you want a fucking guy who picks up all the stats. So I mean, you can never win in this
I
fucking
agree.
world.
I
I was
agree.
gonna,
I mean, I'm not even saying because of the stats, like he shouldn't win. I just think this year he shouldn't win Ballon d'Or, but next year he might win Ballon d'Or.
nah, yeah, I think we all agree he shouldn't win this year, but he should definitely be
Now, that's
nominated.
what I'm saying. The narrative's switching now, and he's front runner to win Ballon d'Or, which is why I brought it up.
Yeah, but I think Dembele is gonna win it because I think PSG is gonna win the final. And I was also gonna mention that PSG is also in the Club World Cup, so I feel like
Mm.
that's
They're gonna try to take that into consideration.
that's gonna
Whoever he
give him a
plays well
boost
with.
if he's balling and they make the semifinal or final and he scores a million goals or he's playing lights out. So I think the Club World Cup will give him a leg up as well because they're in the competition. Barca's not in it. Liverpool's not in it. So
Yeah, I
it's
think
just
it
another
notch in your
like
belt.
it's another notch. It's another spotlight for him to show the world because everyone's gonna be watching it, regardless of how probably shitty the group games are gonna be. Some of them, people are still gonna watch it. People are still gonna tune into the knockout games, and he's probably gonna ball. They might win it. So
And if he doesn't win the Champions League, I think you give it to Rafinha. I think so.
I don't know, bro.
Salah
I mean, Rafinha's been great.
goes to
Rafinha's been
third.
great.
I
I
think
don't know. I like Salah.
I think Salah drops because he only has the Prem, and the Prem for me holds more weight than La Liga. I do believe that because of just
Champions League's the top,
top Champions League top, and they both don't have it.
right?
But he
But
has a
who's performed better in Champions League? Rafinha.
Rafinha has a domestic treble. Rafinha has better stats than him in the Champions League. Was able to take his team a little farther than Salah. Salah shied away in the Champions League, stuck out like a sore thumb. Rafinha didn't. You can say whatever. They
But
played the harder
to be
team,
fair,
whatever
though,
it is.
they did run into PSG.
Doesn't matter.
You
We
know what I
run
mean?
into
Better.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. At that point, is who can get you over the line or get you past a certain hump. So I mean,
Even in the tough games, like Rafinha scored, you know, in the Inter Milan tie. So
yeah. So I think I'd give it to Rafinha
it's a good shout.
overall. I think I'd give it to him just because his his stats is fucking incredible.
Well,
I guess gets to
for
the eye is okay.
for a pod for the summer, we will dive more deeper into this convo. We'll have all the stats in front of us. We'll debate this. We'll do who should win. We'll go like each one, and we'll give our why Dembele, why Rafinha, why Lamine Yamal, and we'll just lay it all out there. How about that?
Let's do it.
Sweet boys. Finally, we got back on the pod.
I feel like it was a long pod too, right?
It was a
The
very, very long pod today. We thought it'd be concise.
get the rust off,
Get the rust, get the cobwebs out. I think we did a good job. Johnny, go to Banana King with that shirt.
dude. He literally says,
Hopefully, by next week the Knicks are up 2, 3 games.
Yeah.
Let's cross
Should
our
be fun.
fingers. Let's cross our fingers. All right, boys, take it easy.